When you call Land's End, 99.6% of the time, somebody answers the phone before you even hear the phone ring. Now, because we were able to do those kinds of things, 97% of the time, your order is shipped, all orders, within 24 hours. Because we were able to hardwire in reliability, we were then able to do things that differentiated the experience for customers. For example, when we started the kids business, one of the things that we wanted to do was reach our hand out of the box and say to our customers, we are so grateful that you trust us to buy overalls for your little child, to buy their first bathing suit, to buy their shoes, that we want you to know that we're parents too. And we've had the same experience, the same trepidation, and the same joy of having children. And so what we did was we printed the inside of the box with the head and the tail of a cow or a sheep or a horse so your kid could ride the Land's End box all over the house. Now, there is no focus group on the planet that would have told us, oh, yeah, I'd like you to print the head and tail of an animal on your shipping boxes. But what we did was, because we started from a place of emotional connection, we started from a place of people having the same common values, these farm people. And, you know, who doesn't remember playing with a box? Who hasn't ridden in a refrigerator box somewhere in their lifetime? What we were able to do was create this very clean emotional connection with the customer where they'd say, who else but Land's End would I buy from? So passion. One of the things that we know in this whole customer game is you have to become a beacon of hope. Who of us hasn't been on our third or fourth gasp of being customer focused, right? Who hasn't gotten a crystal ball with the word customer etched in it? Or some companies I've seen, they hand out dolls with the word customer on it. As you have your monthly meetings and your quarterly reports, just listen to what's being asked about. It's usually sales, products, product development. When do we talk about customers? Customers coming and going is the asset of our business. And so if you can start getting your CEOs and your board to ask and answer these 5 questions, what happens is this starts to become part of the language of the business. So customer math is really about thinking first and being able to ask the questions. Now, this first question is very easy because most of us are acquisition-oriented in our businesses, and that's, who are our newest customers, volume and value? Now, that should be pretty easy to answer, right? The question is that may reside in a lot of pods inside your organization. In the same breath, though, what you need to ask is, who are our lost customers? Volume and value. And the reason for that is until you do this customer math, and you also call 100 or so customers who left every month, it's not going to be taken personally. Because the customer information, what happens in our organizations is we desensitize ourselves to the fact that these are living, breathing people. If your most profitable customers aren't recommending you at the same rate quarter after quarter, you should go back out and ask them why. Every question that's asked by your CEO and board should have the question why as a follow-up. And the reason for this is so that we get passionate about this. Because what happens with the customer work is it's another report in a meeting versus the real passion of the business. Let's say your wife wants you to buy her a pair of shoes and you're nervous already because you just don't want to buy shoes for your wife. So you call Zappos and the person there says, you know, we don't have that shoe in the size. We have it, but not in the size. But this website has it. Why don't you go buy it there? What has just happened? They are your hero. You will go back to Zappos. Zappos does something that companies don't regularly do, and that is they trust you, the customer, and they trust the front line. They believe in the front line to do the right thing. As a customer at Zappos, you have 365 days to return your shoes because they know stuff happens. All they say is wear them on the carpet and return them if they don't fit. They have doubled their sales every year for the past 6 years based on word of mouth.